So we got together about 6 years ago, and so part of the getting together is working out how we live together and what kind of support we would need to do that.
Because I think most people move furniture and clothing, and we needed to move supports and staff and organise that sort of stuff. And I think for me, that's when I thought this is going to be a lot trickier than just moving in with a guy. Yeah, but certainly worth it.
And of course, over the last 6 years, we've learned a lot about how to do stuff differently, how to be creative, what will make it work, what will work the easiest.
And at the same time, I suppose, thinking about that, how that can happen for lots of people. I know that we're pretty stroppy individuals, and we can make things work because we'll complain and we will make sure that people listen to us. But I suppose in all of this, at the end of the day, I want to make sure that other people, and especially young people, have a good life as well, you know, because I know that we can. I knew, I suppose, that with Gary and I, that we could get to a place, which has taken a while, but we could get to a place that is okay most of the time, you know. I think if we're really honest, I'd say that we probably fight most about supports. So IF or no IF, you know, I think we still have to really have this collaborative way of thinking, you know, and I think that's the hard stuff. That's the real challenging stuff about having staff, having an ordinary life, having things that are not too weird in there that help us, you know. Yeah. Having, you know, up to 6 people see us naked every morning, you know, all of that sort of stuff can be weird, but somehow we make it okay for us and for them as much as we can, as well as doing cool things like going out for dinner and doing regular stuff that other people do.
And also the extraordinary stuff that we do because we can. Like sitting on board, like coming to conferences, like meeting with ministers, like trying to influence people.
Is that social change stuff, and I must admit I hear words at this conference to say, oh, this person's a story of success, or these are our people who are doing wonderful things and are inspiration. I just want to lead a good life. I just want to make sure that our families, we hang out with our families, that we contribute, that we can absolutely use our skills and our positions to the best possible effect, I suppose, eh?
And I suppose for me,
Am I interrupting you?
Let's just carry on.
okay, I suppose for me, I'm really concerned that there are still agencies who think that I belong to them. So agencies that go my gaze, my side, my person. I'm my own person. I don't belong to an agency, and I wasn't born to an agency. So I'm really frightened that there's another rhetoric that's kind of capturing people, and there's no talk about what does this really mean, and what are we really trying to achieve, and why do I as a disabled person have to be accountable to somebody who isn't me, or my wife, or my son, or my father? Why is it that I'm accountable to them, but and it says they're not accountable to me? They make decisions for me, without me. And then what really annoys me is that most of these people then go on to another job and I'm stuck with the decisions that they make for the rest of my life. And most of them, I might add, are quite incompetent decisions because I haven't been included.
How can I respond to that? I think, you know, like individualised funding is great. I wouldn't go back or do anything else. I couldn't imagine having agency care, but it is, we're on the way to something great. We haven't got there yet. You know, I don't want people to settle for, and I don't think disabled people will, but I don't want officials to settle for something okay because they think they thought it up. In fact, they didn't think it up. We thought it up a long time ago. So I want to, you know, go for the stars. I think we talked about what our vision is, and my vision is that we, not that Gary and I lead a good life, but that disabled people are absolutely in charge of their lives, but that officials also know what that means. Because I think that the translation hasn't quite happened yet. That officials think that being in charge is about individualised funding, where in fact being in charge is about them getting out of the way and knowing that they have the power and knowing that that they need to step away. I saw some really well-intentioned people leading some awesome discussions in this conference, and I assume, and may assume incorrectly, but I assume that they're able-bodied. And I want to make sure that there's some disabled people there also who are responsible. Now that's a really heavy burden for a disabled person to carry, but I think that the more we're involved at every structure, every stage of the process, whether we work for Mana Wanui in charge or other IF providers, whether we are in the ministry, we need to be there so that we're not just consulted or asked or even in partnership. We are there at the table making the decisions that we know will affect our own self, I think.
If there's a point that I want to make is that when I get old, that I would have to be in sorry that the kind of supports that I need will happen any way that I can think about. I can think about playing roles rather than filling in IID forms. That's where I want to get to. I want to be able to cut it down, bureaucratic stuff, so that I can get on to being an older person.
And I don't think that's just about the IF provider doing the pays for us. It's a bigger picture stuff.
It's about, and we've still got to go through an evolution, and the evolution will see everybody did, if you like, having to be this accountable because somebody believes that we're going to rip off the country and indeed rip off ourselves. That's the thing that really annoys me, this kind of risk-averse mentality that we're living with at the moment.
Oh look, our business is called Kānohi Kita Kānohi Consultancy, and I think there's a wee bit of a play on words, because we enjoy working face to face with people. That's sort of the translation of it. And I think we work best when we work face to face with people. And I think we also want people to almost face up to what we want to advocate for if we're doing that, really. Yeah. So that's the name of our business. We are a consultancy, and we do what everybody else does, really. We get contracts and we do them and we get paid. But within all of that, I think that a lot of the work that we do is about disabled people taking leadership. So that's certainly the work I enjoy most. We present, we
We want to kind of lead change in the sector if we can. And the way that we lead change is to give people the opportunity to learn stuff which might be useful to them so that they can lead. So it's really about planting good seeds that will grow into great ideas which will make a huge impact in the future.
and that's with either disabled people themselves or with providers or with agencies that support disabled people. So either way, we hope that people grow and understand better the journey that everyone takes, and I think the power that everybody needs to make change for themselves and for communities.